Hello, everybody. Good evening if you're here in the States here in East Coast. If you're anywhere else, good morning or good evening wherever you are. My name is Squire Hopkins. I'm back for another RHCSA topic today. Today is just going to be kind of a little, not a long topic, but short topic today. Going to reinforce. We're going to go over a topic of the Sudoers. You know, basically whoever works in Linux, everybody should know what sudoers are. So it's sudo stands for super user do. So the sudoers, anybody that has sudo privileges are able to actually run commands as like the root user. Uh, most commonly, most commonly you find root to give sudo access, you would assign people to the wheel group. Wheel group is a kind of is a default kind of group. That's where uh, users who are in that group inherit. It gets all the sudo privileges, get all the permissions to run commands, use all the commands in the system using sudo. Um, and so today it's just going to be just a brief kind of rehash of it. If you're new and you do not know, so, you know, when I when I configure this VM in for Red Hat, automatically I get, of course, a root user and a regular user account added to the wheel group. So when you do your installation, they'll ask you a question, hey, do you want to add this user to the wheel group? And you check the box, and then this user will be added to the wheel group. So this will allow user one here to run any sudo commands. But let's just get started here. So, all right. So let me go ahead and I want to switch users here. I'll switch users here, and mm, all right. Let's sign in as the root user. All right. Let's open our terminal. All right. Wait for this terminal to pop up. All right. So here we have a terminal here. Um, Let me go. So if you guys are new and just set up a fresh install, configure the Linux VM, I'm gonna go ahead and quickly turn this into night mode here. Let me go set my preferences real quick. I'd like to use bigger print font. My vision is not all that great, so let me use. All right, let me use. Um, Semi-bold here. We have mono bold and select and we're good. All right. Yes. All right. So, all right, back to sudo. So, again, like you said, the sudo command allows you to run administrative tasks like, one of the like user add or group add, delete users, for example. All right. So, in this little quick tutorial here, we're just gonna just um, create a couple users and uh, add them to the wheel group, or we're gonna do both add them to the wheel group and or modify the sudoers file, which in an engineering for if you're for engineering, you want to put that edit the slash etc/Sudoers file. So, but if you're a junior administrator or something like that, you can always add it to the wheel group. But that being said, let's go ahead and create a couple users. Let's create a group. So I'm going to do group add. All right, gonna have group add, and let me go ahead and I'm going to put you know what, I'm gonna inspire this by the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out. So that's one of my favorite video games. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna put a group called Earth Earth Realm. All right, all right. Let's create some users. So we're gonna user add, Liu Kang. I don't know if I'm spelling that right. Liu Kang. All right, and I'm gonna put another user. All right, Sonia, Sonia, and then I'm gonna put uh Johnny Cage. Johnny Cage. All right. Oh, brought user add. User add. Johnny Cage. All right. So now let's add let's add these users. Let's add these users to the Earth Realm group. Sorry about that. Earth Realm group. All right. So in order to do that, we're going to use let's use the G password WD SM, and we're going to add Kang, Liu Kang. All right. Sonia, Sonia, uh, Johnny Cage, Johnny Cage, into Earth Realm. Earth, Earth Realm. Oh, be nice to the E, G password. Oh, yeah, add user, add members. Forgot that option, but here it is. I gave you the answer. So just trying to quick this, do this again. So let's go ahead and add members. All right, multiple multiple members. So this is a quick way to add multiple members using gpassword. So, but keep in mind when you're using gpassword, let's say you create when you create another user. So let's say we add Sub-Zero to the group. Um, so what will happen is we will have to we'll have to re-enter everyone and include Sub-Zero in order for it to keep the membership to not change that membership to modify it. So if we don't do that, it will remove all the users that we put in here and keep Sub-Zero in that group, for example. All right, so let's just clear. Let's clear here. All right, so we have the Earth Realm group. All right, so let's go and create another group called um, um, Outworld, which is the bad guys. Outworld. All right. And let's create some users. So user add let's say Shang Tsung. Probably butchering that. Shang Tsung. Oh, Shang Tsung. All right. And let's go one of my favorite characters, Goro. I think it's one R, but could be wrong. Goro. And then let's add the big bad himself. Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn. All right. Let's put Shao Kahn. All right, and let's go ahead and enter. Now let's add to make it easier for ourselves here. Let's use the same here. All right, out world. All right, so let's go ahead and change the users we have. All right, say Shang Tsung. All right, Goro, Goro, and oh, and uh, Shao Kahn. All right, there we go. All right. So now we want to, let's say now we got Earth Realm fighters and we got the Outworld fighters. Now let's say we want the Earth Realm fighters to have all the permissions, run all the pseudo commands. So to do that, so it's going to go VI, and we're going to go slash etc slash sudoers. All right, so here we are in the sudoers file. All right, so we're just gonna scroll down a little bit here, find what we need. I think it's here somewhere. Allow root to run any command. Yes. All right. All right. All right. All right. Now, let's say we want to. Now, let's say um, we want to allow them to. We want to allow people in the real group to run all commands. So now for the let's say, hey, we want to add here. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert. All right. Now, when you do groups, you do percentage. So we're going to do percentage, and then we're going to do Earth realm. All right. And then we're going to tab. Oh, oh, yep, space. All right. Now let's give them all. Let's give them all. All right. I think I formatted that correctly. All right. All right. Yeah. All right. All right. So we give Earthrealm. We're gonna give Earthrealm all, and then what we're gonna do is we're gonna escape. All right. WQ. All right. Oh, read only option. Uh-oh. WQ. WQ. All right. So, all right. Now, now that we have that, so let's give a password to our Earthrealm warriors. So, Luke Kang. All right, we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. All right. So, all right. So we got that successfully. So let's go ahead and get in the habit of this. Let's do Sonia. All right. And give her 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. And then let's do the Johnny Cage. All right. And we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. All right. Let's clear. All right. So let's go and go as Liu Kang. All right, and Liu Kang. All right, now we're Liu Kang. All right, all right. So let's go ahead and see if we can create some commands. So let's go ahead and just use let's say let's create a user. Say user add say user add um let's say um fireball fireball user. All right, permission denied. Now let's go ahead and do this same command with the sudo command. So sudo, all right, control E for the end of the line. Now it's going to ask us for the password for Liu Kang. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3. All right, let's go ID fireball. All right, so he's there. So this proves that it works using the sudo command. So now let's say now in Outworld, they don't like to play by the rules. So they figured out a way to have the same commands, sudo commands, but not use the password. They can bypass, they can run any commands they want without using the passwords because that's what people in Outworld do. So let's configure that. Let's go ahead and configure our file. So let's go ahead and exit, log out. Let's clear. All right, all right. Now let's go ahead and redo the sorters file. So we have Earth Realm. So now, if you notice, look at here. We're going to modify this here with no password. So we're going to insert, all right, and then we're going to percentage, and then we're going to go outworld, outworld, and then let's go ahead and copy the same thing. All right. So outworld, don't like to play by the rules. All right. So let's go ahead and let's go escape. All right. Hi, WQ. Yeah. All right. So we know they don't like to play by the rules. So let's go ahead and get the password to say Shang Shang Sang Sung, and let's give him 456. All right, 456. Oh, 456. Oh, change unchain. Oh, messed that up. 456. All right, 456. All right, so let's do Shao Kahn. All right, I'll do 456. And then 456. All right. Okay, and then let's do the same thing for Goro. Give him go Goro. All right, and let's do the same. 456 and 456. And by the way, guys, don't use these passwords. And very, very, very unsafe, but just for testing purposes. All right. So now, we know Earthworm plays by the rules. You know, they play by the rules by using whenever they use the sudo command, they're going to put in the passwords like they're supposed to. Outworld, not so much. They'd like to bend and break the rules because this is, as you guys are fans of Mortal Kombat, this is the 10th they need a 10th victory to take over Earth Realm. So they're going to do everything they can to break the rules for that to happen. So let's go ahead and test. So we're gonna use we're gonna use Shang Tsung as he's very crafty. He doesn't like to play by the rules. So let's go ahead and let's go sudo. Let's go to switch. Shang Tsung. All right. So now the big test. So let's go ahead and Shang Tsung's. So let's say Shang Tsung wants to bring in one of his assassins. So he's looking to bring in uh he's looking to bring in Sub-Zero and Scorpion to the to the mix here. So let's go ahead and create the users. Let's see if this works. So let's go user add. All right. And we're gonna do Sub-Zero. Let's see. Permission denied. He didn't have to use the password, but again, it's what we want. So let's do this. Let's go sudo. Let's go add. Go sudo control E. It's asking Shang Tsung for the password. It should not be because he's part of Outworld. 456. Interesting. He is in the Sudoers file. Hmm. Okay. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and let's go ahead and change this. All right. So let's go ahead and let's exit. Let's exit. All right. Let's clear. All right. So let's go ahead for that file. Outworld. Okay. Misspelling. Yeah, misspelled it. Okay. Outworld. Misspelled it. And let's escape and here and WQ right here. So let's go ahead and go into a Shang Tsung again. All right. Let's go sudo user add Scorpion. Asking for it again. Let's go ahead and exit. Maybe I did the wrong file. All right. All right. All right. So let's go ahead and let's just do Shang Tsung and let's do all and let's just do all right, no password. All right, and all right. Now let's go ahead and escape WQ. Oh, hyphen WQ. Set add to overwrite. Oh, okay, that's right. All right, WQ to overwrite. All right, so now let's go ahead and do a Shang Tsung again. So let's clear. So now with Scorpion. All right, so let's say sudo user add Scorpion. There you go. So we edited the wrong file. I would edit the wrong file. All right, but here, like, as you can see, Earthrealm does not play by the rules here. So they are able, so Shang Tsung himself is able to do this. So let's go ahead and exit. Exit, that's clear. All right, so let's go ahead and edit the sudoers file again. So let's go ahead. Now let's go ahead and add, all right, outworld. So percent out world, world. All right, let's go ahead and do the same. Let's copy. It's easy, easy peasy. Copy this, paste. All right, and then what we're going to do is escape hyphen WQ. Right, that's gonna make sure all right. There we go. So let's go ahead and let's go switch to say Shao Kahn, Mr. Shao Kahn himself. So so let's go ahead and Shao Kahn. Let's go ahead and say Shao Kahn wants to bring some of his people in. So say sudo user add. Say sudo user add. Let's say he wants to bring his both his daughters, Melina and Katana. So let's go ahead and say Melina. Think I'm spelling that correct. User add Melina. There you go. And let's bring in Katana. Katana. There you go. Shao Kahn brought his stepdaughters into the mix without using what he brought them into the mix by breaking the rules. He did so. Melina and Katana were able to enter in the tournament without even having without having any credentials. So there you have it, guys. So again, this is just hope this video wasn't too long. This is just a quick video on the Sudoers, what sudo command and modifying the Sudoers file. We could have easily added these people to the wheel group, but wanted to show you from an engineering way of doing this. But I hope you guys learned something today. And again, I appreciate all the support. Keep up if you're RHCSA studying, practice and lab every day. Trust me, you will benefit in the end from this. And thank you for joining the journey. I'll see you guys on the next video. You guys have a great weekend. Thank you. Bye bye.